Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? You have to excuse my voice because I'm a little bit unwell this week. As some of you know, last week, some of you have been waiting for this since last week, basically. Bua was unwell last week, and then this week I caught his lurgy, so I'm just at the end of it now. I'm feeling okay, but I don't sound very good, and that's hardcore. You can hear in the background as well. You know, I don't know if you ever like listen to music while you're working, but when a banging tune comes on and I'm just like, oh, I'm supposed to be going live in 1 minute, but I really want to listen to this tune and have a little rave. So yeah, that's my life as we were just then. So yeah, sorry, today I'm going to be talking to you about, let me just share my screen. Automation, 0 to hero, less work, more results, because that's what we all want, isn't it? So let me know if you're watching, if you can see my screen. If you're watching on the replay, please do give me a hashtag replay. I love to know when you join. And basically, this is for you if you're spending too much time doing things that don't require your brain or a human touch. So basically, things that a robot can do. So that's all it means, really. So spending too much time on things like that, and you know, things that take away time you could be spent doing things you love, like helping real people, like being on a beach somewhere, like counting your money, like, you know, anything that kind of makes you feel happy. That's what you should be spending your time doing, not admin crap. So I just want to make it clear today, I'm not talking about AI. Like my thing is automation, funnels and automation, but I also realize that now more and more when people talk about automation, they're talking about AI, which isn't the case for me. Though I am actually going to do something soon. So actually, yeah, let me know if you want to be told about when I do that. I just haven't planned anything yet. I wanted to make that clear. So before I get into anything, I'm just going to tell you as well, what is automation? So automation just means things that happen on an automated level, like things that happen automatically. So for example, when you sell something, let's say you've got a group program, when someone buys that, you need to be told about it. They need to be sent an email with how to access everything. They need to have an account added onto your core software. They need to be put in the Facebook group or the something else, you know, Mighty Networks group or whatever. You know, all these things have to happen. Maybe if you're a service provider, you know, your clients purchase something, they need to be sent a questionnaire. You know, you don't want to be manually doing all this stuff. So automation is just stuff that happens automatically. And it can be like everything from like in marketing or in like lead gen or funnels or client stuff. It could be anything. Right, so I'm just going to double check in the actual Facebook one. I've got someone watching. Say hello if you're watching. I love to hear from you guys. Yeah, so let me know in the comments, what automation are you using at the moment? It could be something really, really basic, just like social media scheduling. That is automation. It's just like a very, very, you know, very simple version of it. So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go in this training. I was gonna hide this logo. So I'm like, was I gonna keep it a secret and just like, you know, say save the best one till last? But I've done it now. So you go. So today we're gonna talk about office-based things you can do, lead gen, nurturing events, and segmentation. Segmentation is the last one, but do not underestimate the power of segmentation. Segmentation is what makes, you know, what adds the wow factor to everything that you're doing. Okay, so first of all, let's just talk about some office-based tasks. Like I can almost guarantee every single one of you watching this, you work in some kind of office, whether you're a coach or a service provider or something else. So the reason we start with these, so this is like the first thing that you should be working on your business, and it's so that you can have a solid foundation to grow on. Because obviously, if you've not got the right foundations in place, if you've not got these kind of systems in place, then as soon as you do get, you know, your dream come true and you get loads of sales all at the same time, everything's going to fall apart and you're going to be like, oh shit, I can't actually handle these sales. You know, I can't take on these clients because I didn't put the groundwork in place. So this is basically exactly what I said a minute ago. But when you're onboarding new clients, you need systems in place to actually handle all of that for you. Offboarding clients as well, you need to get feedback, you need to get reviews, testimonials. You need to, you know, whatever you're going to do to offboard your people, you need to make sure that when someone stops paying your membership, they get removed from your group automatically. You don't want to be managing that on a, you know, manual basis. Stuff like if you're a service provider, things like project management, you know, how about your team? Who needs to know what? You know, are you going to have to sit down and build these massive projects out in Asana every time? Or are you going to have systems and processes in place so that as soon as your client purchases that thing, that project is already created automatically and the right tasks are assigned to your VA to start work, to get them set up, to do Google Drive, you know, all this kind of stuff, depending on, you know, what kind of business you have. So for me personally, I've got my marketing agency, KC Marketing Creations, as a lot of you know. And then on the other side, I've got my coaching, which is like what I'm doing now, basically, where I help people to do it themselves. So on my coaching side of my business, the things I need automation for are completely different to the agency side of things. Like, so you need to make sure you've got them, like, you know, things in place depending on how your setup is. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Excuse me. I don't want to be coughing down the camera at you guys. But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions at all, if that makes any sense so far, and I'll carry on. Yeah, sorry. So other time saving hacks, we've got their social media content. So what I'm talking about here is scheduling, yeah. But I know a lot of you actually spend a lot of your time inside like platforms where you cannot schedule. For example, women helping women entrepreneurs, you know, other people's groups, other people's Facebook groups, and you can actually automate, you know, systems for that as well. So, for example, like one system I have is I've got a spreadsheet and it's got like all the posts like in different, I'm such a geek. Like I give them all a little reference. So I've got like, you know, what am I thinking? Like I've got like promo them with like an acronym of what it's for, like number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever. They're all listed. I've got like tips, values, engagement, social posts, you know, all this kind of stuff. They're all numbered. And then I reference, like, depending on what it's for, like, so when I plan like my group content, all that kind of stuff, they've all got a little tag, and I just look at the I just pick one of them reference basically, and it brings in the copy it's going to be and everything. It tells me the last time that same copy was posted, so that I know like how long to leave it before repeating stuff. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent a bit, but for one of these tabs, which is for one of the groups that I post in regularly, but I can't actually schedule to, whenever I add something in the date column there, it automatically creates a task in Asana so that at the set time that I've planned, so that when I look at my daily task list, I'm not going to be like, oh, let's go to that spreadsheet and see if I've got something to post, but it pops up in my task list. And I'm just like, oh, okay, look, today at this time, I need to copy and paste what's in this task into that group. And it takes 1 second, and it just means I don't have to use any headspace to remember to like post in these places, because like it's just coming through automatically for me, and I can just sit and plan that like in 5 minutes once every 2 weeks, like just plan a load in bulk, and then it's just done, you know. So it just really, really makes your life easier. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent on social media, but things like reports as well, you should be like automating anything. If you provide services to clients where you have to like report every month, for example, you need systems in place where these are sent automatically or generated automatically, or you're using the right tools like Looker Studio, where they integrate with like Google Analytics and stuff like that. Where I've put engagement on posts then, so this, for example, every time a post goes out on one of our channels, like my Facebook page, Instagram group, in Slack, it automatically sends a message and tags my whole team saying a post has gone out, please engage on it. So stuff like that. If I had to go and do that every single time a post went out, like I don't even know when my posts are going out. And it just means that you stay kind of like connected to what's going on and so on. And then lead management. This is similar to what I said a minute ago about that spreadsheet, but same kind of principle. But say you've got a sheet somewhere with a list of people that you're speaking to, you need to remember when to follow them up. I've got one where if you put a date in the follow-up column, it will create a task for the date that you have to follow up with them, plus the history, plus all the information, so that you're not every single day checking and being like, who do I need to follow up with today, which is a massive waste of time and also takes a lot of headspace. So just things like that. Make sure you've just got ways of automating everything. So let me just check if there's any questions. I really hope that makes sense, because I'm still very brain foggy at the moment. So yeah, I'll be brand new again next week, hopefully. So yeah, let me know, what are you currently automating in your office? Is this something you're doing that I haven't included, and so on? So the next part, number 2, lead generation. This is obviously obvious. Everyone knows they need to generate leads, and it should be automatic. Although lots of people don't do it on an automatic level. Sorry, I'm just realizing how hot it is. I've not put that. Oh, I've got the fans on. They're just not on. They're just on the lowest. But yeah, lead generation. So there's 2 parts to this. Let's do that on my little thing. So first of all, you need a way to collect emails, and then secondly, you need somewhere to contain them, because obviously we don't want to be giving Facebook this kind of power. Sorry, Facebook, but you know it's true, because Facebook have a tendency to take, steal people's livelihoods. Well, not livelihoods, but they're everything away from them. So don't think that your group is your audience. They have to be somewhere else, basically. So how are you going to collect emails? You've got funnels. You can generate. So when I say collect emails, this is generate leads. So you can do it straight from posts. You can do it from Facebook or Instagram Messenger. You can do it when people join your group. So I just want to explain that a little bit better. So when I say straight from posts, I for example, use ManyChat, which is a bot thing, and also from the messages. So if, for example, let's just say I've got let's just say you are using Instagram and you get really good engagement on your Instagram. What you can do with ManyChat is set up specific, they're called triggers, because it means when this thing happens, it's going to trigger, cause something else to happen. So let's just say you've got a freebie and you want to set it up so that when someone comments on your posts or sends you a DM with the word freebie, it triggers it to send them the registration for the freebie. So it's like having, when someone goes to a landing page and signs up on a form, but it just happens in Messenger instead. So let's just say you've got an engaged audience. You put out a post and you're saying, blah, 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 value. Guess what? I've got this. Comment the word freebie below and I'll send you my free guide or my free training or my free whatever it is. Then every time everyone that comments below with the word freebie, your little bot over in ManyChat or something else is going to send them all a message saying, hey, thanks for showing interest in my freebie. Here it is. Drop your email address below. So this is one example. So you're actually keeping it on the platform and still generating leads from there without without having to send them away to a landing page. You don't even need a website for it to work that way. But these are just things you can do. When people join your group, you can ask for email addresses, as a lot of you know. If you use software such as Group Leads, it will then automatically add it to your email marketing software. They can automatically tag them in a post, send them a DM, all this kind of stuff. So, it's just taking them away from basically Facebook, which is where you're finding them, and putting them somewhere that you can keep, because you own your email lists, you own your phone numbers, you own your spreadsheet that's connected to Group Leads. You own all this stuff. Facebook can't take that away. But if you're just keeping it on Facebook, then they can take it away at any time. They can say, oh, you've been hacked, let's delete your group, and it's happening to people all the time. So collect emails and then save them somewhere. So, in your email marketing software or on a Google Sheet or in your all-in-one platform software, whatever. So let me know if you've got any questions about that. Let me know if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. And I'll just double check the time, because I do tend to talk a little bit longer sometimes. So yeah, just let me know in the comments, how do you collect your leads? How do you generate your leads? How do you collect your email addresses, I should say? Bear with me a second. Okay, so number 3, nurture. So once you've got your lead generation in place and you know how you're going to collect those emails, sorry, my brain's just not working, and you know how to collect those emails and you know where you're going to save them and so on, it's time to actually nurture them. So nurturing is equally as important as generating leads. And what you're doing at this phase is you're building the know, like, and trust factor. You know, you can grow your group from it. You can have calls booked in from it. You can generate sales from it, and you can use it to nurture your new clients post-purchase. So this is all stuff that should happen that most people don't do for a lot. Most people don't do a lot of these, and it should be done on an automated level. You know, it's obviously lovely if someone's gonna like pay and give you money and start working with you. I'm not saying you can't go and send them a message and say, hey, I'm so happy to have you here, because a personal touch is lovely, but you can't be doing that in bulk. If you're scaling your business and you're wanting to make a lot of sales, you can't be manually doing all this kind of stuff. So you need systems in place that's going to do it for you. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about that. But the majority of nurture just is in the form of like messaging of some sort. So it's going to be like emails or DMs. But again, there'll be like bot DMs, you know, if you've set it up properly, you can do it that way. So obviously, so for example, so when someone signs up for your freebie, you'll send them an email which will deliver the freebie. So it's like, hi, here you go. Here's that thing I promised you. I'm going to check in with you again later. So then the next day you send them another message. It's like, hey, how are you enjoying your guide? Is it helpful? Ready, rah. The next day you're giving them some value, you know, telling them, showing them who you are and why you're the expert and so on. The next day you're inviting them onto a free call with you, or offering them a discount something, or offering them to take an action. You know, there's just so many things you can do. And it all needs to be done on an automatic level, because this is how you actually gain that know, like, and trust factor, and you drive people to, you know, actually work with you and purchase from you. So let me know, do you do that? I'd love to hear if you do. And then step number 4, and number 4, this doesn't apply to everyone, obviously, but number 4 is events. And this applies to you guys if you're running events. But if you do a launch, or just do events for fun or whatever, then all of it should be automated, like every single aspect. And it needs to all be done long before anything goes live. You know, this should be like a one-time set up, get it all done. So what I'm talking about here is like collecting registrations, nurturing, reminding them to show up, following up with them. So the way we do it again is using a messenger bot, because with a messenger bot, you can send a message to someone in Messenger, and they're going to pick it up within the hour, most likely. They've got like 90% open rate, so the majority are opened like within the first 10 minutes, compared to emails, which is like 33% open rates and not very fast. So if you're running any kind of event, what you want to do is just set up reminders that go straight to them on Messenger. SMS is good as well, but SMS, yeah, that's text messaging. You have to pay per text message most of the time. So obviously, if you've got big numbers, then it can get quite expensive. But yeah, so everything with events you should be automating. So yeah, let me know if you've actually done that before, if you've done an event, if you've like used a chatbot or anything else. And then finally, number 5 is segmentation. So I'm just going to give you some examples of ways you can actually segment your users and why it's important and so on. And then hopefully that'll spark some ideas, because like you can't, with segmentation, it is the last thing you do, because you can't predict all the actions that people are going to take, you know, and when you've not got everything built, you can't pick all the different paths that they can take and so on. So these, you can segment people based on what actions did they take, or what topics are they interested in, if they've abandoned carts. So for example, if you've got like 3 different lead magnets and they're all in a slightly different topic, let's just say you're a healer and you've got one lead magnet that's about somatic healing, there's one that's about hypnotherapy, and there's one that's about I don't know, something else, EFT. You know, depending on the one they download, you're going to know what interests there are, just things like that, you know, that's very, very basic example. Cart abandonment. So if you send someone an email and then they click from your email to look at this thing you've offered them, but they don't purchase it, well, an hour later, you can send them another email based on them clicking that button. If you can see they haven't purchased yet, sorry, I need to cough again, bear with me. Yeah. So where I've put that evergreen MC example, so what I'm talking about here is like if you do an evergreen masterclass, you know, like a bit like how you're doing a launch, but it's evergreen, people can sign up and watch anytime. The segmentation, the best segmentation you can do here is based on if they've watched the video or not. Because if someone signs up to your masterclass and then you start promoting things to them instantly, you don't know if they've watched it yet. So, you know, you really want them to have actually watched the training that you've offered before like promoting to them. So there's just certain things you can do, you know, like by look at what pages they've visited, what buttons they've clicked, and so on. And then where I've put PIFQ example there, what I'm talking about there is one of my quizzes, which is passive income funnel quiz. Are you ready to build a passive income funnel? Depending on what they score in that quiz, that information actually gets sent over to ActiveCampaign from ManyChat, and what the series they get sent after is different depending on what their results were. So let's just say they passed and they are ready. I'm going to send them some emails telling them how to go on with their next steps, what they should do, what trainings they should watch, other stuff. And if they're not, then I'm saying, okay, well, you're not ready to build a funnel for your business now, but I can recommend you to go and see this person, my friend, who's got some awesome training and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and that person, that'd be a really nice user experience for this person, you know, like they've just like, you know, done the quiz on ManyChat and they're like, oh man, I'm not ready to build a funnel. That sucks. But then the next email is telling them what they can do. So it's just like little nice things like that you can do to help segment your audience. And yeah, so you do a lot of that using tags or fields and stuff like that. So you tag people to say that they've taken a specific action. And then before you do things like send emails, you check conditions to say, do they have this tag? Does this tag exist? You know, and you just decide what journey they go on depending on that. But you can't build it like that in the beginning. You have to build on it slowly. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. So you can't have all that stuff from the very beginning, but you can do like, you know, some basic stuff. For example, if you're sending out promo emails for a course or program, just remember to exclude them emails being sent to people that have purchased your program already. Stuff like that. It's really not fun receiving promotional emails for something you've already purchased. That's a very, very basic level of segmentation. And yeah, I see a lot of big names still doing that wrong. So just make sure you're at least doing that. And then anything else, you can just build on it and go from there. You know, it's always just about delivering this, like, you know, delight to the people that are consuming your content, you know, being like super relevant and so on. So yeah, let me know if you do segment your audience in any way. Let me know. I'd love to hear about that. And yeah, so in a nutshell, when you do all of those things that I've just told you about, you will save time, you will save money, your business will be scalable, your users will have a great experience because they're not receiving really annoying stuff that's completely irrelevant to them, and you'll be getting more results as a result. Do you know what I mean? So let me know if you've got any questions at all. And then if you're just thinking about automation, thinking, well, yeah, it's all very good you saying that, but I haven't got a clue how to do it. I do have a free automation guide. So feel free to screenshot this. But in my free automation guide, I think it's like that. It's called 7 things, like 7 things every woman in business needs to automate for growth done in a week. So basically it's just seven items, and it's not just for women if you're a man watching this as well. But you just get one thing through every day. And so in the actual guide, it will tell you what to do and how to do it. And then in the emails, I send you an email to go with each day as well, where I actually elaborate a bit and just give you some extra tips in there. So I do recommend getting that if you haven't got that already. If you haven't already seen me offering this, I am still offering a free funnel to accepted applicants. We've only had a couple of people who have actually been successful with that application so far, so there are still some spaces there. If you're just like trying to remember to watch the video and get around to it, then just do it now, because once the first round's full, then I don't know if it's going to happen again, because we're going to have to finish them all first and see if it was kind of, you know, see if it makes sense from a business perspective to do it again. Yeah, and if you're just not wanting any guides or free funnels right now, but you want to join my community, you'll find tons of free training in there. You can scan that QR code, the one on the right there. So I'm going to thank you guys for watching. If you've got any questions at all, just let me know. And on the replay, I will come back to you and answer those. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend wherever you're based. It's 2 p.m. here, so I'm going to be going and getting my son from nursery soon. And I will speak to you guys soon. All right. Take care. Mwah.